Many of you have been looking forward to this video. I'm excited to announce the brand new series of headsets made in France. This is the Tilde Pro series from Orosound. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Drew, and this is the channel Headset Advisor, where we do in-depth reviews and comparisons of business headsets, conference cameras, and speakerphones. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this. Typically in this segment, we would go through the unboxing, but being that we have 4 models here, I'm gonna save the time and just quickly explain the differences. Then I'll take them out of the box and then I'll show you guys. So we have 4 models, and you really need to ask yourself, do you want a pair of headphones that fully encloses your ears, or do you want a headset that rests on the ears? Secondly, you need to ask yourself, do you want the variant or model that includes the microphone boom, or do you want one that doesn't include the microphone boom to save some money? And keep in mind, you can always add the microphone in the future if you find that you do want the best call quality for people on the other end. Before we get started, let's go ahead and see what comes in the box. They're all gonna be boxed exactly like this. When you open the box, this is what it's gonna look like. Keep in mind, there's 4 variants that you saw earlier on in this video, and the only difference is the Plus version will have the microphone. It's the only difference. Everything else is gonna be identical with what comes included. So we have our microphone. Let me move this box out of the way. We have the microphone here. It's bendable, as you can see. And we have a manual. Pretty straightforward. And then you're also gonna have the carry case that the headset comes with. So let's go ahead and unzip it. Extremely nice. It's all premium. You can tell from the fit and finish, everything. They pay attention to details. This is the headset. Very clean, right? And you're also gonna have the USB-C to USB-A charge cord. That's it. Anytime that you're considering a new brand, there can be some hesitation because you're not as familiar with them yet. So as a brief background into Orosound, they're a manufacturer full of engineers. Their headsets are designed and made in France, which is very unique. They don't claim to be the best or better than anyone else. What they do claim is they're gonna come out with quality and premium products and do something different that others aren't doing. So the Orosound brand is definitely one that you're gonna start hearing about more and more as time goes on. Now that we have the headsets out of the box, let me go ahead and explain the key differences. Here we have the Tilde Pro S Plus, the Tilde Pro S, the Tilde Pro C Plus, and the Tilde Pro C. Now the Tilde Pro S Plus includes the smaller ear cushions that rest on the ear and includes the microphone. The Tilde Pro S is the same exact design, it just doesn't include the microphone. The Tilde Pro C Plus is the bigger ear cushions and includes the microphone. And the Tilde Pro C is the same design, it just doesn't include the microphone. Keep in mind, you will be able to purchase the microphone separate, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to install that or remove it and put it back into place here shortly. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put up the tech specs on the screen. So at any point, feel free to pause the video if you want to read through each one of the tech specs on this video. Now first off, the Tilde Pro is Bluetooth 5.0. It doesn't matter which model you get. As I had mentioned, these headsets are all the same. So the only difference is, do you want the smaller ear cushions? Do you want the bigger ear cushions? And do you want the microphone boom or not? You get to decide. And so each model has Bluetooth 5.0. They're dual speakers, as you can see. They only come in dual speakers. So if you need something that's gonna be only covering one ear, you'll wanna look at a different model. But if you want something that's dual speakers, you get to choose. If you want something on the ear, as you can see, very easy to put on, very lightweight, very comfortable. Or if you want something to fully enclose your ears to rock out to your music or really block out the noise going on around you, then you'd want to get the Tilde Pro C Plus. As you can see, it fully encloses my ears, and the microphone boom can be removed and it can be reinstalled, as simple as that. And stay tuned, because we're gonna do a microphone test Any of you that watch our videos, we're gonna test a number of different scenarios with the headset as well as the wireless range, and then you can be the judge for yourself on how the microphone sound quality is. The Tilde Pro has 4 ANC microphones, so that way you can further reduce the background noise going on around you to zone in on your personal use like music, podcasts, or your business use. So if you're on a meeting or a phone call and you really want to further reduce the background noise, you're going to have adjustable ANC that you can turn off or on. Also, you're going to have 6 microphones for the Tilde Voice First feature, which means you're going to be able to hear your surroundings without taking the headset off. So let me demonstrate that. If you put the headset on, there's a button to the left side. So say you're listening to music on the computer and you want to hear what's going on around you. Rather than taking the headphones off, all you would do is just tap this button right here, and then it's going to allow you to hear your surroundings so you don't have to take your headphones off. Out of the box, the Tilde Pro has Bluetooth 5.0 multi-point connectivity. So for example, you'll be able to connect to your cell phone and computer and seamlessly switch to the two. Keep in mind, your computer needs to be Bluetooth enabled. If it doesn't have Bluetooth, then the headset will not connect to your computer. So you'd be able to, say, listen to music, be on Zoom meetings, be on phone calls on the computer, and then when you want to use the headset on the go, you can use the same headset on your cell phone without having to repair the headset or unpair from the computer and then repair to the cell phone. It's going to allow you to connect to 2 devices at the same time to work seamlessly. Also, if warranty is important to you, the Tilde Pro line of headsets is going to give you 3 years of protection and peace of mind. Other headset manufacturers usually give about a 1 to 2 year warranty. Orosound decided to up that with an extra year at 3 years. The MSRP, depending on the model you choose, is going to be anywhere from $349 to $399. If you're asking me, a premium pair of headphones made in France, under $400, is a great deal in comparison to the other models that you would consider that would be most comparable to the Tilde Pro. If you want to get your hands on a pair of these headphones by the end of this video after you hear the microphone test and you like what you see, go ahead and visit the headsetadvisor.com website. There's going to be a link in the description of the video. Use coupon code YouTube for an additional discount. The Tilde Pro also has an extremely long battery rated up to 28 hours on a single charge. So if you want peace of mind to have a headset that's always going to be ready to be used without worrying about a dead battery, then the Tilde Pro will be a good line of headsets for you to consider. In addition, you can use the headset in wired mode. So you'll be able to connect the headset to your computer and it will charge while you're using the headset. And when you connect the USB cable, it's going to give you improved sound quality. Another common question that comes up with headsets and headphones in general is, can you replace out the ear cushions? On the Tilde Pro, yes, you can replace out the ear cushions, but you can also switch the size. So say you order the over-ear model today and realize a year down the road you want a headset that's worn on the ear, you can easily switch them out and you can order either set of cushions on the headsetadvisor.com website. Let me go ahead and show you how easy it is to switch them out. So if you have the large ear cushions today and you want to switch over, go ahead and rotate the cushion counterclockwise on the left speaker and the right speaker. The cushions will come right off. And you're going to see there is a green arrow and a red arrow, and then another arrow that points on which direction you need to rotate the cushion. So go ahead and take the cushion with the green arrow, line it up with the green arrow on the speaker. As you can see, we're going to line it up, rotate it the way it tells you to, and then do the same thing on the left speaker. There's a red arrow here, red arrow on the speaker. Put it into place, rotate it, and there you go. And you're gonna know that you have it installed properly when you see the L and the R is the proper way. So make sure that if you do go through replacing the ear cushions, that the L and the R is the proper way. Otherwise, the headset is not gonna work properly. Before we test out the wireless range to see how far we can go, we're gonna do our famous microphone test and microphone noise cancellation test so you can hear how the microphone sounds and how much noise that it may or may not cancel out. Right now I have the headset charging. We're going to give you two tests. We're going to allow you to hear what it sounds like in Bluetooth mode, and we're also going to allow you to hear what it sounds like with the cord plugged in. Let's see how it performs.
The moment you've all been waiting for, the audio you're hearing is on the microphone of the Tilde Pro. We're connected to our computer via Bluetooth right now, but we're also going to do a test with the cord plugged in to see if there's any difference, and you guys can be the judge for yourself on how it sounds. This is how it would sound if you were in a quiet room and there was no noise going on. This is what it would sound like if you had the microphone off and you were using the built-in microphones.
Now we're going to switch over to our Rode camera microphone so you can get an idea. Right now the audio you're hearing is on our Rode camera microphone right there.
And switch back one more time to the Tilde Pro microphone. And this is the audio you're hearing. Let's go ahead and plug in the cord and see if there's any difference. Now the audio you're hearing is through the microphone of the Tilde Pro with the cord plugged in. It uses USB-C to USB for your computers. And this is how it would sound if there was no noise going on in the background.
Now the audio you're hearing is on our Rode microphone that we record our videos with, so you can get an idea of the comparison. Now let's bring you back to
the microphone on the Tilde Pro, and let me show you the comparison with the microphones that are built into the headset. So if you weren't using the microphone boom, then this is how it would sound on your phone calls. From my testing, it actually sounds pretty good for a headset that's not using a microphone boom, but keep in mind there will be no noise cancellation. So if you're in a loud environment, then the caller on the other end is going to hear everything going on. But when you put the microphone back on, it's going to help reduce the background noise and allow callers to focus in on you and not everything going on around you. Plus, you can be the judge for yourself on how the microphone sounds. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Another few unique and important benefits of the Tilde Pro microphone boom is number one, it's very flexible, so you're not going to break it by bending it. Number two is there is AI noise canceling software built into the microphone, so it uses software to listen to your voice and the noises going on around you, and the ultimate goal is as time goes on, it's listening to your environment to really reduce all of the noise happening around you so callers can focus in on your voice. Lastly, there is a very clear microphone mute button that I really like. You can't miss it. It's very big. You press that one time, it's easy to press, and it's going to mute and unmute your microphone.
Now you know how the Tilde Pro microphone sounds without the background noise going on. Let's fire up some noise, and you can hear for yourself on how much noise the microphone may or may not cancel out. Jeff, go ahead and fire up the office chatter to start. Typically in this room, it will be about 42 to 44 decibels. I'll stop talking so you can see the decibel meter with the office chatter going on around me. So anywhere from 69 to 71 decibels. This is how the headset would sound with the noise going on in comparison to the Rode microphone
that you now hear. This is what the noise would sound like. We'll switch back here to the microphone on the
Tilde. And let me go ahead and take the microphone off, and you can hear how it sounds without the microphone on, and we'll put it back on, and this is the difference with the microphone back on. So let me go ahead and pause this, and we'll switch over to the blender. You heard how the Tilde Pro headset microphone performs when there's office chatter going on. Let's run the blender and see how it performs there. So that's without me speaking. It's at about 79 to 80 decibels when I'm not talking. So extremely loud. Most of you are not going to be blending anything next to you, but nonetheless, it's still a fun test to do anyway.
And this is how it would sound if you were on our Rode camera microphone. So as you can probably tell, you're probably hearing a lot of noise in the blender.
We're now back on the microphone of the Tilde Pro, and it gives you a good idea of how much noise it's reducing. Now let me go ahead and take the microphone off. This is how the Tilde Pro would sound if you were not using the microphone, because there is microphones built in, so if you ever want to be on calls without the microphone, you can. Now one more time, this is how it sounds with the microphone back on. You can be the judge. We have one more test that we're going to do, actually two more, because we're going to do the wireless range test. and you'll hear how the headset sounds outside. But I'm also going to run a fan next to me, and you can hear how it would be if there's a fan blowing right on the microphone. Before we take a walk and go outside to test the wireless range of the Tilde Pro and how the microphone sounds outside, I have a fan next to me that I wanted to do one last experiment. I'm going to turn it on, and you all can hear how it sounds if you had a fan running next to you. It's on full speed. The decibel reader is going to be at about 60. Typically in the room, it's 44 to 42, something like that. This is at 60 with the fan on, and this is how it sounds on the Tilde Pro.
This is how it now sounds on our camera microphone, so you can get an idea of what it would be like in comparison. And let's switch back over to the Tilde Pro microphone with the mic boom. This is how it sounds. Without the mic boom and the built-in microphones, this is how it would sound, to give you an idea. Now, when you invest in a wireless headset, you may want to know how far can you walk away. With the Tilde Pro, it's going to be rated up to 65 feet, but stay tuned because they're going to do a range test as well, and we'll find out really how far it lets us go.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the wireless range test and see how far the Tilde Pro goes. I don't trust my measuring skills, so I'm going to use an app, the measuring app on my iPhone, and we'll see how far it takes us. So let's get this started. All right, go ahead and follow me. I'm going to stop at increments of 20 feet. So here we go. Right now, we're at about 20 feet right here. And keep in mind, we're connected to the computer with via Bluetooth to the computer rather than a USB dongle. And we're going through many different walls, especially concrete. All right, so we're at, let me get to 40 feet. All right, we're at about 43 feet, and this is the end of the office. So let's go outside and see how far we can go. All right, we're at about 51 feet and right outside the office. Let's go ahead and keep going and see when it decides it wants to cut out.
When you order the Tilde Pro headset, there's an app you can also download called the Orosound Link. I'd highly recommend you get it because it's going to help ensure your headset stays up to date at all times. And there's going to be some customizations that I'm going to run through with you. But if you want to check out the app yourself, there's going to be a link in the description of this video as well. So let's go ahead and switch over here to the app and I'll walk you through it. As you can see, it's going to show you the device name. Now keep in mind, you want to make sure that the USB cable that comes included with the headset is connected to the headset and the other end is connected to your computer. So you'll see the device name, the serial number, firmware, as well as the battery meter. If you go to the top right, you're going to see it says boom mic. It has a green check mark. If you remove the microphone, it goes out. When you reinstall the microphone, it goes back to a green check mark. That way you have peace of mind to make sure that the microphone is fully connected. Going over one more, we have another tab here. You'll go into, you have a couple settings, general, telephony, and advanced. Under general, you can switch the language. You'll have some customizations here like saving the ANC level. And then there's also going to be an information button you can click, and you'll see over here in the description, it changes to explain exactly what this adjustment is. Going down, this is going to be most useful to a lot of you because many customers reach out to us wanting to adjust side tone volume on their headsets. So within the app, you'll be able to adjust the side tone level, as well as if you connect the headset to a desk phone, you'll be able to adjust the microphone and listening level. Going down one more, you have advanced, and that just allows you to reset the Bluetooth. And then going to the next tab over, this is where you would update the firmware. So as long as the headset is connected to your computer, if there's a new firmware version available, the update is going to pop up here. You'll be able to go through the update, and this ensures that your headset is working great at all times. And that's all there is to the app at this current point in time. That is the Orosound Link that I'd highly recommend you download. There you have it. That is the full in-depth review of the brand new, made in France, Tilde Pro from Orosound. Let us know what you think of the headset in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts. Overall, the Tilde Pro is a winner in my book, and I'm gonna say it right now. These are the best headphones for those of you that want a hybrid of a headset that's good for business, but also personal use. You'll be able to seamlessly connect to your computer applications with your Bluetooth enabled computers, as well as your cell phone. So if you're on Zoom meetings or if you're on soft phone calls with RingCentral, Avaya, Cisco, Microsoft Teams, the list goes on. The Tilde Pro is going to work great, but you can also then take off the microphone and use the Tilde Pro for your personal audio, for music, podcast, YouTube, anything like that. If you want to get this pair of headphones, the Tilde Pro, visit headsetadvisor.com, search Tilde Pro, there's going to be a link in the description, and use coupon code YouTube for an additional discount for watching this video. Also, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like, subscribe for more videos like this, and as always, leave a comment with your thoughts. I think you'd also find the video helpful right there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.